Jay, have you ever had this experience where, you know, you have something that's a good idea, but it's not well received because it doesn't come from a certain individual? Like, I've seen that where things could be great and amazing, but because, you know, she didn't say it or he didn't say it, then people don't flock to it or it's not supported. Like, have you ever had that experience? And then, you know, how do you handle that? How do you handle that? What do you do with that?
Oh man, I've had that experience my whole adult life. I've had that experience my whole adult life. It's like one of the worst feelings in the world, man. To know what you know and to not be taken seriously because you don't drive a certain car, you don't live a certain place, you don't have a certain job, or things of that nature. It's so horrible. Yeah, man, we have to stop that. We really, and it's not. I used to think it was just our culture, but it's not. It might not look the same exactly because you might be with us. It might be what kind of clothes you wearing or what kind of car you driving. In other cultures, it might be what family you come from, what position you hold at the job. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that are driven by that, and their decisions are made by influence, and popularity. If this person said it, then it is what it is. I mean, this is what the catalyst of a Bernie Madoff scenario and all these other Ponzi schemers. It's like, hey, they take money from this person, bought a Ferrari with it, got fresh, got the nice houses. Then that made other people give them the money because they look like they're looking like money. Then before you know it, 100 people done gave them 6 figures to invest for them. And then, it's this lowly investor that's building up slowly, that's grinding, that's ethical, that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they won't give them a shot because they don't look like it's gonna. They can do something. They don't look like it. They don't drive the car. They don't talk the language. So me being a person who, coming from where I came from, dressing the way I dress, talking the way I talk, I've been talking entrepreneurship. I've been in entrepreneurship since college. I've been out of college 20 years. So I would tell people about stuff and they won't listen until I want. And there's a lot of people say, Rick Ross was just saying it. Like, yo, the vision has already been cast and been laid out to let you know the vision. Everybody happens to be from the show me state. Everybody got to see it first. Everybody got to see it first, even if it's a lie. It just got to look like it's a success, and that's it. They'll put the money up to it. They'll put the money behind it. They'll support it. They'll share it. They'll do everything. They'll do all of that. And it takes some special individuals like ourselves who are visionaries who can see stuff before it happens, who can look at somebody and see them and see the potential in them and say, all right, yeah, they can be something. Let me get behind this person because I'm not looking at where they are right now. I'm looking at what they can do and where they can be with my help or with me getting behind them, with my support, with my like, with my share, with my attaboy or that girl. You know what I mean? But the majority of people don't live that way. And so it's sad to say, but yes, I think it's horrible. I lived that way most of my adult life, and that's family members, that's friends, everybody. It's been hard. Like, I really lived that, and that's a sorry space to be in. And you just gotta get away from those individuals. People try to tell you work on the forgiveness part, and it's I agree, but it's not easy. It's extremely hard, because especially if you talk about business, because the people who are doing you dirty always just say it's just business. But the truth of the matter is, when you starting from scratch like I did, like hundreds of other and millions and thousands of other people have done, it's business and personal at that time, because you probably put everything you got into it, and you probably put everything you got into it took everything in you to ask a friend for help, or ask a friend to believe in you, ask a parent to support you, and they told you no, and you saw somebody that looked like they were winning. They said yes to them immediately. That's why I said in the post before, I say if they got jerked, it's good for them. Good for them. because you won't support your brother, you won't support your sister, you won't support your son or your daughter, but you will support your pastor that you don't know, you'll support a celebrity, you'll support these other individuals because it appears that they're winning. And our job is just to change the narrative, and that's by us not judging the book by its cover, and us looking through some of the pages and supporting the individuals beforehand, and just doing it differently. And as long as we do it differently, then we'll teach our kids to do it differently, and then it'll grow. But right now, most of the people are in that space, and it's sucky.